Got a CGC unboxing of 8 copies of New Mutants 98. Stick around, we're going to go through it. Alright guys, so if you watched my previous video, you saw that I picked up 2 collections in one day. One collection was from a 1990s vendor. He had 7 copies of New Mutants 98 that I was able to pick up. The second collection had 1 copies of New Mutants 98. That's the first appearance of Deadpool. So I have my CGC box right here. We talked about sending them in. Haven't looked at the grades yet. I did crack open the box. Here's the top of the box to protect the books. So I cleaned and pressed all these, and I submitted all of them. Now, out of 8, I'm hoping to get 4 9.8s. I saw a little bit of flaws on a couple of them. Nothing too critical. I doubt there's anything 9.0 or below. Everything seemed to be 9.2, 9.4 or better. Again, I want out of these 8 books, I'm hoping for 4 9.8s. I also have the CGC submission, the CGC form up, or I should say like the grades, the I don't know what you call this, the status. I'm 1 click away from seeing all the grades, and then we can go through all the graders' notes if there are anything under 9.8. All right, so with that being said, let's just start pulling books. Pull some. That should help. All right, first book is a New Mutants 98 with the slip on it, and it's a 9.6 white pages. There's the invoice. 9.6 white pages. So, all right, 0 for 1, but still, I'll take a 9.6. That's not bad. It's a nice book. This is the newsstand edition. First appearance of Deadpool, Gideon, and Copycat as Domino, and Richter leaves the New Mutants. So nice, everything looks good. Would have liked a 9.8, but that's okay. All right, so we have one 9.6. Let's get back in there. Another 9.6. Okay, 0 for 2, but again, if I'm going to miss, I'd rather miss on a 9.6 than a 9.4, right? Or below. So 2 9.6s. No 9.8s, 0 for 2. Another 9.6. So 0 for 3, but 3 9.6s. The books all look good. Again, I clean and press these myself, so it's a little frustrating. But we're going to go through the grader notes. Sometimes the 9.6s don't have graders notes. Most of the time they don't. 9.6. 4 9.6s. So I don't know. Dare I say the next 4 books are all 9.8? I doubt it. These are all going to be available on my Instagram, guys. Every single one of these. This isn't one of those books I want to keep. All right, so we're halfway done. 9.2. This one should definitely have graders notes on it. And I'd like to know, all right, there's a couple spine ticks. This was the one I was pretty sure wasn't a 9.8, but still, there was a couple spine ticks on the bottom left that break color, and both corners are a little fuzzy on the top left. Everything else looks pretty good. So far, everything's been white pages, though, which is nice. So it doesn't look like we're 4 for 8 on the 9.8 since we just opened 5 books. 4 of them were 9.6s, and then we have a 9.2. Next one. 9.4. Man, CGC. All right, I see 1, 2 spine ticks that break color. 3. So 3 spine ticks. They'll usually give you 1. You could still get a 9.8 with 1. Yeah, I see a little bit here. Right kind of where the staple is. But again, still, 9.4. Again, all these books will be available on my Instagram. Jeez, now I'm hoping to get at least one 9.8, right? 9.6. That's 5 9.6s. We're definitely looking up the graders' notes on all these. I see one spine tick on the front. Usually they give you 1. And if that, is that the same one I see? Yeah. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 9.6s, a 9.2, a 9.4. I hope this is a 9.8. So at least I get 1, right? It is 9.8. All right, cool. So the 9.8 is the direct edition. You can tell the direct right here. See, you got cap here versus the newsstand edition, which is right here with the barcode. All right. I'm going to look. We're going to get the graders' notes on this. So, again, we got one 9.8. They all had white pages across the board. I didn't see any off-white to white. New Mutants 98, first appearance of Deadpool. This is February 1991 this came out. So it's starting to be an older book, but it's just, I don't know. Do you consider this a modern copper? It's a modern as far as I'm concerned. So that's it for that. Now let me whip this up really quick because I do want to go over the graders' notes. All right, so 8 books were submitted, okay? Out of the 8 books, we only got 198. All right, so the other 7 books, out of the other 7 books, only 3 of them have graders' notes, which is really frustrating. The 9.2, the 9.4 obviously have grader notes. Out of the 1, 2, 3, what did we get? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the 5 9.6s, 1 of them has graders' notes. So let's start with the 9.2. The 9.2 graders' notes, spine stress, lines, breaks, color. That's it. So I really wish they would say how many, because the difference between a 9.2 and a 9.4, how many color breaks between a 9.0 and a 9.2, how many color breaks, what is that? What's the number? 1, 2, 3? So that's a 9.2. Now on the 9.4, spine stress, lines, breaks, color. So there were no indents, no folds, no creases, nothing, no pressable defects. So everything I did on my end worked out well. By pressing all these books, you can't do anything with color breaks, right, on the spine. Again, 9.4, I wish they would tell me, hey, you had 3 spine ticks that break color. That's why we gave it to you 9.4. So literally the 9.2 and the 9.4 have the exact same graders' notes, but that's it. So that's always a little frustrating because the difference between a 9.2 and a 9.4, if I want to bring up GPA after this, we will. I don't know if it's extremely significant, but I'll tell you now, the difference between a 9.6 and a 9.8 is very significant, and then to only get graders' notes on the one 9.6 when we got 5 here, that's really annoying. So the one 9.6, the graders' notes say spine stress lines. Doesn't say break color. Spine stress lines, the 9.2, spine stress lines breaks color. The 9.4, spine stress lines break color. All right, so I don't think you could do anything about spine stress lines, whether they break color or not. And that's the 9.6. I could pick out the identification number to figure out exactly which one this was. So let me bring up GPA real quick. Sorry. You guys can fast forward real quick if you want. Because I'm doing this all in one take. All right, so we're going to look up New Mutants 98 real quick. We're going to try. Just to show the difference. See, I just want to show the difference in price between the 9.2, the 9.4, the 9.6, and the 9.8. And how frustrating it is to not get a detailed graders' notes. Because to me, that's not detailed. I want numbers. How many spine ticks got me from a 9.4 to a 9.2? Or those spine stress lines. I wish they were descriptive and telling me exactly where they are, too. So, New Mutants. Let's go all the way down to 98. Only 100 books in the run. All right, so let's see. New Mutants 98. Let's go right to the 9.2. Okay, 9.2. So the 90-day average on a 9.2 is $288. The last sale was $300 on the 9.2. And then we're talking about 32 copies were sold over that. So that's a really, really, really good number. 32 copies over the last 90 days gives you a really good average. So to go from a 9.2 to a 9.4, GPA on a 9.4 is $305. The last sale was $356. So let's see, those spine stress lines that they didn't give me much detail on, GPA is only, let's see, the average between 9.2 and a 9.4, you're talking about $20, 25, but the last sale is significant. The last sale on the 9.4 was $356. The last sale on the 9.2 was $300. So you're talking about $56. I don't know. That's a little bit of money, but still, I'd like to know the difference there. Why the graders' notes were so light. Let's go to the 9.6 now. 9.6. Let's go. Let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, 9.6. There was 89 copies sold over the last 90 days at an average of $361. The last sale was $360. All right, so the last sale was $360 on the 9.6. The last sale on the 9.4 was $356. So that's a $4 difference on the last sale. And then the 9.2 was $300. So you're talking about some money. Now let's hop up to the 9.8. So all those 9.6s that didn't have grader's notes, I have no idea what's wrong with them. CGC didn't think it was significant to tell me what was wrong with them. So again, 9.6 to 9.8, the 9.8 GPA right now is, let's see, $800 with the last sale. GPA is $750. That's a big jump to not tell me what the difference is between a 9.6 and a 9.8, grader's notes wise. $750 on the 9.8, $361 on the 9.6. Talking about almost $400 difference and not being able to tell me the difference. So we have 5 9.6s. If those were 9.8s, this was a big turnaround. But instead, it's still fun. It's still significant. It's still a good, a nice submission. 8, 9, New Mutant 98s. But what are you gonna do? So there you go. These will all be available on my Instagram, which is verygary_comics. Please subscribe. Check out my previous videos. You'll see a lot of books, a lot of collections that I've opened up. You'll see books that I'll be sending to CGC in those videos. I just haven't gotten them back yet. That's really it. Share, do all that. My previous video, I did a quick spoiler-free review of Captain Marvel. People seem to enjoy that one. And again, all the previous stuff before that is basically buying collections, going through some books, and deciding which ones to send to CGC. So if you watched a couple videos ago, you'll see exactly these books being talked about in that video. All right, thanks again. Like, subscribe, add. Check me out on Instagram, verygary_comics. These will be for sale shortly. Have a good one.